this session started because I know
Pussy
you
2.
guys got.
More like Pussy 2. Now
Oh
on
my god.
Steam.
Okay.
Hey
What?
Penguin, I know what you should stream next. You should stream next all of the pussy games.
Yeah,
The
all
real
eight.
ass pussy games.
Oh my
There are
god.
8 of them.
Alright.
I would say I will have to go for like 10 minutes soon because I have to get a haircut, but then I should be here for the rest of the session.
Okay. I'll try to get through things as soon as possible in terms of the dream sequences. But other than that, yeah.
Ooh.
Just try to. Yeah.
What happened last session? Because I don't remember.
Last
Sorry
session.
about the person who did it.
Well, Bushi had a main character moment and
Fuck, I'm
captured
so dumb.
Norman of the Normie Squad while the others got left to their own devices because Bushi did went into negotiations alone and was fortunate to have gotten out.
God bless racism, bro. What we won because of it. Wait, where is it? I posted the name somewhere. Crap. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Oh yeah, Nichelle Hope.
Yep, you got a message. Yeah, you took a
Shallow
letter
Obama.
off. You got a. Yep, you got a letter off Norman that seems to have stated that Nichelle Hope is the one who had started all of this.
Holy crap, Michelle Obama's racist?
No. No.
And it was
Christ.
discovered that Nichelle Hope, after reading it and consulting with Chief McConkey, the Northern Spire Guardian chief, stating that she is actually the head of the council herself. But the question is, why is she the one directing all of this?
Power?
Because she wants all the magic in the world. It's obvious. Of course.
Well,
Makes
It's always power.
perfect sense.
We shall see, as we will start off with, just to get yours out of the way, Chris, since you'll be going and yeah. Yep, we'll start off with Bushi. Of course, as you had fallen asleep after a hard days of work, especially after that whole fiasco with the Normie Squad, you would find yourself in a dimly lit place, seemingly underground. A laboratory of sorts. Many of the places were wrecked. Various vials cracked open with mysterious fluid of various colors forming puddles in the halls. As you would see, a motley crew seemingly trudging down the halls. One of them seemingly hot-headed and seemingly acting outside of the group's wishes, kicking down whatever door she'd like to kick down. But of course, given the mysterious atmosphere of the place, it wasn't long until the group was alerted to an enemy presence. An unknown one.
I swear to God, Penguin, if this is what I fucking think it is.
And you would see a creature unlike anything you've seen before. An abomination.
I don't have to fucking remind me of this.
And of course, after shortly the battle had engaged, you would see an individual stand out in whatever dimly lit place this was. A silver dragonborn seemingly leading the party. Limbs, a few limbs torn out, an arm, a leg, barely standing. You would see him yelling towards his party members to retreat as he went to go and face this creature alone. And suddenly, a bright glow of silver emanates from his arm. A shape of the head of a dragon glows in the darkness. Limbs of ice form from where his limbs were torn. And from there, he had propelled himself to face the threat. However, despite these seemingly newfound powers, he was still no match for this creature. And as a result, he was battered away as if all of that was nothing, and consumed whole. In the acidic maw in that of the creature's stomach, you hear nothing but the scream of that individual, echoing, ringing throughout your head. Feeling the painful sensations almost as if you were there yourself. And now, you would see the individual briefly appear before you, with all of his limbs intact. Place a hand on your shoulder, as silver energy once more emanates around you. And I will send you your ability that you just got.
Penguin, I actually got to fight that thing again, and guess what? I died. That thing will forever haunt my dreams, and you just brought it back up.
He walked so Cody could run. That's all I gotta say. Well, no, we got bored so Cody could vor.
Alright, and allow me, and just to speed this
they
along,
walked so that
is there any questions
Rossi can run through hell.
Is there any questions you need to ask Kronos, or any of the other major reincarnates?
This is just actually Kronos, huh?
Honestly, kind of bitch made. I don't think I need to ask him anything.
Okay.
I don't really have anything to ask him.
Okay, and then we don't have to go back to his dream realm then. In that case...
You hurt me.
Alright, Cordelia. Moving on to you. So then, you would see yourself once more in a dimly lit underground sort of cavern. However, the structure and the architecture is more or less intact, well maintained. A variety of contraptions, that of artificery, around you is well built. And of course, you would see the half-orc woman that you had saw in one of your very first dreams of past visions of major reincarnates you have seen so far. You would see her and a few other companions, seemingly soldier-like in terms of uniform. Before you would see 3 heavily armored individuals step in. One of them taking off their helmet, appearing to be that of a gray, old, yet still strong human in his 50s. He would seemingly speak in a stern manner towards the half-orc lady. The lights flicker, and you would see the half-orc lady yell back towards the man. Seemingly they're caught in some sort of argument. However, from what looks like there was going to be another brutal combat between 2 engaging parties, you would see the half-orc lady calm, as she would seem to be persuading this man through words alone, as she would slam her fist to the side of her chest. And then you'd see the man salute to her, and you see him order his men to walk down. Before you see the man look towards her once more, then look back. And you would see the lady and her party look towards what seems to be some sort of large train carrying a very familiar looking tower. You can easily gauge this from the blueprints you saw from that previous dream in that meeting room. It seems like it is the weapon that matches the blueprints used to destroy some sort of impacting meteor coming for wherever the place is taking place. And you see them drive off on the train. And you'd see the half-orc woman look up to the sky, seeing the oncoming meteor. And you'd see her slam her chest once more. And then the vision ends. You would see, then, you finding yourself in the tribal camp so far, you would see the lady stand before you. And she would give you a militant salute. And I'll
return it.
Yep.
I'll out of respect return the salute in the best way that I possibly can, not being from a militant.
Oh, yeah. And I will DM you what you got. And as you salute, you see the same glow of crimson around her, now forming around you. And you feel empowered. Much like those who come before you, they all found their own rage. And now, just like the others, they found their own fury. And now, is there any questions would you like to ask Velvet or any of our other reincarnates?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm basically a fucking barbarian now. I would like to rage.
A spell barbarian.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I love that.
Because, well, the majority of Velvet's reincarnates ended up being barbarians. So you're one of the few spellcasters that have manifested in her line. Yup. And now you have your own form of rage that you can use in battle. And Dandel, are you there?
Yeah.
Alright. Now I actually have to change maps for this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to kill people, I think.
Alright, drag in your token.
Oh, where the fuck is it? Well, bam! Great. Hold on, let me change my music to something sinister. To something sinister? I guess.
I mean, I'm planning to change the music to something sinister. Let's see if I can remember any on my mind. Actually, no, I could just play that one. That should be enough. Oops, I did not type that one right. Okay, there we go. There it is.
Am I centered? I don't think there is a center. Oh god. There is no center. No. Hold on. There we go. Ooh.
Greg, you find yourself in an empty plane. Nothing but light, whiteness. Staring into a vast plain of seemingly nothing. No sound. Nothing. You don't hear your usual chants in your chanting in your mind.
Alone, 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 alone.
As you try to feel out the very creatures you had absorbed, but to no avail. And then, but then suddenly, what seems to be a puddle of black and purple oozing from the ground in front of you, slowly manifesting an individual with tentacles spewing out of the portal itself.
Look, it's Doctor Strange.
And you would see this individual appear.
Black circle. Oh, okay. Hold on, how tall is this guy?
He is 5'5".
Small. Hold on a second. Let me make myself correct size. There we go.
And you would hear the man say, as soon as he manifests, "Ah, good day to you, Soul Weaver."
I'm just gonna look at him. Give him a little bit of a grimace.
I see you have been fine in your ventures. You know, I'm quite glad you have chosen your path. Perhaps it was fate that you had gotten yourself involved within the mission before you. Didn't seem to be your type of task to be performing, but nonetheless, it has benefited both you and I. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't know who you are, but I suggest you remove yourself from my dream before I remove you personally.
Oh? You think you are in control?
I'm just gonna... grimace, I guess, again? Rock eyebrow?
The moment you've gotten yourself in slaying one of my creations, you have lost your free will the moment you have gotten involved. And now, you find yourself as a pawn on my own chessboard.
So I'm gonna try and kill him.
Alright, how do you try to attack him?
I pull out my sword and stab him.
You pull out your sword, and as you try to stab him, your sword immediately turns into a large tentacle, and it proceeds to ring around itself around your neck, putting you in a chokehold.
Can I try and make a check to get out of this?
Do a... Hold on. I'll do a D3.
This is like a... Wouldn't this be a grapple?
But this isn't... But the thing is, it's not physically holding
Storytelling grapple.
Alright.
Dream grapple.
Do an intelligence saving throw.
I don't think... Hold on, does my thing apply to that? Let me check. That's a check. Oh, God.
He's gonna fail so hard. And I'm gonna laugh.
Do I luck?
You can try if you want.
Fuck it. We lucky. We feeling lucky. This is the only one I'm gonna spend.
Got the exact same roll.
Fuck it. That's all. That's no more lucky. Not wasting them all on a fucking dream grapple.
You try to resist, but the hold is too strong. As you feel yourself reel back from your attempt to lunge at him.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh?
Can I use Flame Blade to try and cut the tentacle?
Flame blade to try and cut the tentacle. If
Oh,
you're
now he's
willing,
gonna turn my magic sword into a tentacle.
if you're willing to spend a spell slot.
Fuck it, I barely use them anyways.
Okay.
I should use them more, but I'm just too squishy.
Alright. You can go ahead and try
I
that.
do it. I try and cut it.
Alright. Yep. Do a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Like, actually. I'm luckying.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay,
That's a
that
26. Fuck you.
Finally mustering your will, you manifest your blade of flames. Independent of your soul-weaving abilities. As a result of your own training, you slice through the tentacles. And you find yourself free for a moment. And
I'm gonna. Nope.
and the man simply does a slow clap, as you would say. Bravo.
I'm gonna point my sword at him. Remove yourself now.
Oh dear. I've always been here. Every step of the way. Ever
I have
since
no
you
idea.
absorbed the... You what?
I have no interest in being controlled by anyone.
Oh, but you have already fallen into my trap. You keep absorbing the souls of my own servants. And now you find yourself with as many chains that one would not expect to be wrapped around. Behold. He snaps his fingers, and then suddenly you find yourself immediately incarcerated in even more tentacles, more so than before, held in a star-like form.
Greg, right now, for real, for real. Alright.
As you're
Yeah.
splayed out, and you would, and then you would say, "Well, like I said, you have lost your own control and free will the moment you stepped into my domain, and now I'm going to exploit you as any way possible."
No. Simply no.
See you on the flip side, Greg. He snaps his
Motherfucker
fingers,
thinks he can
and you
control
wake
the
up.
Greg. Motherfucker thinks he can control the Greg guy. Who does this clown think he is?
Alright. And
That's 1 month. Oh, Chris is gone.
yeah, you said BRB.
Okay.
Alright. What do you all do when you wake up?
Where are we?
You're back in your dorms.
Oh, I'm gonna do my usual wake up, get breakfast, feed my dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. I wake up, I guess. Like,
Get up, eat breakfast, feed dog.
get up, eat rat.
Get up, eat rat. Yep, you would see your other compatriots wake up and pretty much do their standard routine. From what you have all been told prior to your prior to your ending of the shift yesterday, yesterday, that there will be a raid conducted on the estate of Melvin Morintha, one of the council members who hasn't been kidnapped by the aberrants, and that a mass amount of forces from both the southern and the northern guardian spires to go in and defend the man himself, and to hopefully try to capture any intelligent aberrations and interrogate them for information about the case further. As you would
That
hear...
seems like a bad idea. I was going to say, that seems like a bad idea.
And you would definitely wake up hearing lots of running around outside in the halls. Many people rushing to get prepared.
Are we supposed to be part of this raid, or?
Yes.
Cool, I'm gonna get my shit ready.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm always ready. That's just how I roll. Let's go.
I know.
Alright, you would then hear a knock on the door.
Okay.
Who will be answering the door?
I will fucking open the door, I guess.
Okay. Where
Hello?
is his token? Ah, there he is. You see Baxter at the door.
Hey, my buddy! Okay.
Baxter would appear at the door and he said, "Hey, Cordelia, how you doing?"
Alive. Sorry, that was my immediate response. Hades would probably be, like, poking his little nose, trying to get to fucking see who the fuck is at the door, and it's just his nose pushing. Doge.
Yeah, just wanted to check up on you guys, because, well, we got a lot of things to do, especially with the raid that's gonna be on Melvin Morintha's estate today.
Yep.
So it's kind of
I
weird.
just finished getting all my gear set up, so I'm ready to head out whenever everybody's heading out.
Yeah, my squad and I are also going to be participating in the raid, and we'll be assigned to guard closely the council member himself. So I'd say it's quite an honor.
Alright.
But it does seem kind of strange from the way the intel was collected about how there will be a raid on the estate today, because I do recall that it was gained through Bushi's means of negotiations with the Normie Squad, the Normie Squad traitors who were acting as double agents for the Aberrants the whole time.
Apparently there was some sort of communication between them and the council member, and evidence points to the council member probably being behind all this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I think a council
be
member
careful.
would plot against the others. Because, I mean...
Be careful when you're guarding, just in case.
Yeah.
Set up.
Understood.
Might go bad. I just have a feeling.
Why, do you have any suspicions on what might happen so far?
I don't know. They could not like their house being raided and could decide, oh hey, I'm just gonna kill the guards that are trying to keep an eye on me and fuck everything up. And I'd rather not see you or your team dead,
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, given the fact that one team's now already out of commission and probably a few others, given how long the Normie Squad's been acting so far before they got caught. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Cordelia in the back of her mind. Yeah, that's totally the reason why I'm worried.
Yeah, I would not want to end up like... I would not want to end up like the Elemental Squad.
Yeah. Yikes.
And then suddenly you would hear yelling coming across the halls, as you would hear one of the other detectives in the area saying, "Oi! They got the council member! They're bringing her in!" And then and you'd hear others run across the halls to try and see what's going on after hearing that announcement.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess they got our suspect. I'm gonna go check that out, just for curiosity's sake.
Nothing else going on. I'll fucking join you, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
guess it
alright.
wouldn't hurt. And then yeah,
The dog follow along as
Yep.
well.
you proceed to walk towards the commotion. As you'd see from the crowd, 2 Guardian Patrol officers carrying an incarcerated individual.
Let me see that token. Oh, she's pretty.
You'd see the water ganassi in bounds, as she would shout out, What are you all doing? What am I being arrested for?" And you would hear one of the patrol guardians say, "You're under arrest for conspiring against the council, and also for the kidnapping and deaths of other Spire Guardians. You will be sentenced to arrest and also interrogation, in addition to a court trial to determine whether or not you shall be executed." And the others remain silent as they watch the council member herself having a look of shock on her face, as she would say in return, "What? I haven't done anything. You have to believe me." Yeah?
Can I insight check this bitch and see what if she's like, is she genuinely shocked or is she faking this shit?
You go ahead, roll your insight check.
It wouldn't be that easy. He's back.
Welcome back, Chris.
Figure out what the fuck is my plus to insight. +4.
I would turn.
18.
Nice. And welcome back. Okay, with an 18 on your insight check, something seems to urge in your gut when you try to take a good read on this woman. You don't feel like she's lying.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
I haven't done anything. Why would you think I would go against my own council? I lead the council. I've always been in service to the continent of Navia itself. I've always had the intention to maintain the peace with all nations. Why would I throw it all away? Especially with working with the likes of whoever's
Racist.
conspiring against... What?
Especially with the likes of those humans.
No. I was gonna say,
what?
in the likes of whoever is causing all of this, I didn't do
What?
it.
What race is she?
That is a water gun.
Water ganassi.
Interesting.
Is
Are we
Bushi?
all?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, because right now there's a
If you wanna be out
crowd
in the
gathering around.
hallway.
Because the guards, because they're coming back with an arrested Nichelle Hope.
Michelle
I'm going to just kind of hand her, like, show her the letter,
Britt,
her-
that is not enough.
name signed on it.
What? I didn't write that. You have to believe me. I'm
Is
never...
it handwritten?
It is handwritten.
We could compare handwriting.
Exactly.
But someone can still copy someone's handwriting, like, you know that, right?
I know, but still, there is still even
line of
trying to
work
copy
is
handwriting, there will be
impossible.
something slightly off. There's always a little bit of something. There's nothing absolutely perfect.
What can we do here?
You would hear one of the guards holding Nichelle Hope down and saying, "We are off to carry her off to the interrogation room. If any of you would like to aid us in interrogating the suspect, you're free to do so, but remember, we're on a time limit. As there
I
will
understand.
be..."
I would
Yeah, they would just nod, and then they would
I
carry
would
her
love to
off.
help out.
Very well. Come
It
with
could be
us.
funny if I went.
Only the Golden Glow Squad,
Should
as they
follow.
have much involvement within the case that has allowed us to progress. They would nod over to the Golden Glow Squad before they would carry...
Leo's gonna give a little, like, two-fingered salute to Baxter as she fucking follows along to where the interrogation shit is.
Alright. Well,
Just
I'm just gonna go
later.
prepare. Later. See you on the flip side. And then, yeah, he would make his way off to his dorm, while the others disperse, as the other Spire Guardian patrol officers try and disperse the crowd of the curious officers. So, who's coming with? So it's just
I'll
Bushi,
go because I think it'd be
Cordelia.
funny.
Okay.
I'm
And-
going with the dog.
Before I go, I want to ask first, like, anything that she's written before.
If you ask what?
For anything she's written before.
Anything she's written
A
before.
sample of her handwriting that is specifically from her,
Okay.
Yeah.
and that we know for a fact came from her.
Okay, so then you would... one of the guards holding yours would say, you will have to ask the chief when he eventually comes here to help interrogate the suspect herself. But she should be
Okay.
arriving shortly.
And can we get are the clerics still on standby?
You would see other clerics donning a similar armored uniform to the guards you see now nearby.
Cordelia kind of just leans in. I'm a cleric.
I know.
And you would
How-
see the chief arrive. You see him more or less made a full recovery. No bandages on him, other than the one on his face, but that's what's usually on
Always
him.
been there.
Yeah, that's normal.
He's
And-
Do you
weird.
have Cordelia? Do you have Zone of Truth?
What?
You have Zone of Truth.
One of the other clerics pipe up. Yes, we possess this spell ready, as we
Good.
will be aiding with this
Okay.
interrogation. And then
Thumbs up, I'm not
yep,
okay.
and the chief arrives and he nods to the others. And he would look over to Nichelle and he would say, "I see, wrong voice. I see that we have caught our suspect." And yep, the guards nod, the clerics nod. So then, shall we begin? As the
I see no
guards-
reason to delay.
as the guards begin to tie her up to a chair, having her sat behind a desk with a lantern light casting over everyone in the room.
I'm just
Classic
gonna.
interrogation
I'm
scene.
just gonna
I'm loving
sit in.
this.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner and be an intimidating presence.
I'm just gonna stand with my dog sitting by my side.
I'll sit
Uh,
in front of her. I'll be good cop, guys. Don't worry.
That was my plan.
The chief would
Oh,
then
okay, Anna, you-
put his hands
I was
behind
gonna-
his back and he would say, "If you would like to take charge of this interrogation, go ahead." As he would
Of course.
go and stand by the entrance to the interrogation room.
Clerics, if you would.
Yep, one of the other clerics would nod. And
I
he
don't
would,
have photo truths prepared.
that's why we have, well, I mean, you're not
we
the
got,
only,
We got.
I mean,
I
don't
know.
worry, you're not the only cleric in the building, so you're fine.
Thank God.
We have the government-sponsored clerics. God bless.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Okay, changing music.
Well, it's not God bless, it's God's bless.
my apologies.
Wrong one.
and because of the Skyrim music, blessings of the 8 divines upon. I'm sorry.
And the music has been changed, and yep, you would see the councilwoman herself incarcerated, not being able to move, looking at you with just clear distress on her face. As the Zone of Truth spell is cast specifically within her location, and
Okay.
so far you don't see any reactions from the cleric indicating that she has done anything to resist.
Okay. Good. Now, I suppose I should start out this by asking a normal question. Did you have anything to do with the disappearances of the other council members?
No, I haven't. I've been working hard to cover up for the missing council members' work, and it's difficult.
I'm gonna look at the cleric. I'm gonna ask if the spell worked.
They give you the OK sign.
Interesting. Do you have any at all involvement with the aberrations? Or the cult that exists right now?
Aberrations and Enigma? No,
Yeah.
I thought they were disbanded 30 years ago,
No.
when John Herder defeated Enigma and sealed away any hope of the Queen herself from coming back.
He thinks for a second. This is the wrong person. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna take out the note. I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna show them what it says. I'm gonna ask if this is their handwriting.
It looks like mine, but I don't remember writing anything like that. Why would I conspire against everyone like this?
Wait.
Hey,
So-
Penguin,
Yeah.
Can I do like some sort of check to see if she's got any sort of like aberration kind of like ink lines on her or anything?
If she was
Yeah, I was
possessed,
about to be like, can I? I was gonna do an Arcana check to see if
Yeah,
there was any sort of.
you guys, do an Arcana check in Dice Roller.
Sick.
I was gonna do an Arcana check. I want to see if she has anything that's like affecting her mind.
16.
Where's my fucking Arcana?
Alright, waiting for
plus
everyone who's
one?
rolling Arcana.
14.
not even a fucking attempt. Oh, for shit. I could do it with a +1. You know, let's try it.
It's a natural.
Yeah, I got a
20.
+1 as well. Just do it.
Gonna get a fucking natural 20. Squatch.
No.
Bushi, you can do this
Just
at
turn it on its
advantage
side and
because
it's
you've done.
infinity.
Bushi, you can do this
Oh,
at
yeah,
advantage
very
because you've done research. You've heavily researched into aberrant affairs, and
Yeah.
Hey, it's better.
It is better.
Bushi, you try to gauge from your current distance to see if anything is wrong, but you don't seem to pick up anything. As for Greg, you sniff her around like a dog, trying
No,
to.
I walk up. I'm assuming we have like the classic like interrogation
Yeah,
table
yeah.
and everything. I
Yes.
slam my sword through the table.
Okay.
And I just like get real close to her face.
She would, she
the-
would instinctually back her face up as much as possible,
I'm the
but it's
intimidation
not.
factor.
Yeah, she's just
Cordelia just has her
looks
face in her hands.
disgusted.
Cordelia
and-
can't deal with this shit today.
And then Cordelia, on the other hand, takes advantage of, well, her being distracted by Gormagala to try and go walk around behind her to see if there's any form of, like, any tadpoles or anything planted on her. Anything that looks off. Sort of poking and prodding. But to no avail, you don't see anything that's off.
Okay, the one of you clerics who does not have this on the truth up right now. Do you have Detect Good and Evil?
Yes, we do.
I need you to cast that.
Alright. I presume looking for aberrants?
Of course.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, can I do that? Because I have the spell. I want to cast something. I want to be useful.
Yeah,
Do.
they're like, if you want to.
I'm casting it. Fuck you.
Alright.
Thumbs
Going-
up, Roger.
Use it to detect an aberrant. And
Mhm.
you get nothing.
Nothing. Great.
No aberrant
Okay.
signature.
That was a waste of his fucking spell slot.
Goru.
That's not an. I don't remember what he's fucking called anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I think of it. Yeah.
Goru, I have a question.
Hmm.
Okay.
Are you gonna ask me to
First
moonbeam?
off, clerics. The council member's about to get a little bit hurt, and
You're gonna ask me to moonbeam, aren't you?
After they do, council member, you're about to get a little bit hurt.
What?
Why are we? This is okay. Can I just? Okay, this is an interrogation, not a torture.
This is insane.
Necessary
I didn't do
precaution.
anything wrong.
There's no other way to actually know if they're a shapeshifter or not.
What? What are you going to do to me?
Yeah.
Cordea's just gonna. Okay.
Crack my
let's-
knuckles.
Stop for a minute.
Radiant light.
Stop for a moment. Can I just Cordea's gonna slowly push Bushy back a little bit, try to drag Guru back a lot.
I'm already out of her face. Like, no,
Okay, cool, never mind.
after she said, like, what are you going to do to me? I crack my knuckle.
Gonna put a hand up and just pull away. Okay.
Getting good cup. That cup's looking real different than I remember.
I know you're not lying to us. You don't have anything to do with this, but the thing is, there's always a chance for your mind to have been tampered with.
But I don't.
Someone made you sign something. You don't even know what it was that you signed. It could be a copy of your handwriting. It could be any number of things.
But I can assure you, I'm well defended myself. It's not that my mind's easily able to be conquered by another force. I'm a well-trained druid myself, being trained with much wisdom.
Oh, I thought she was going to say she was trained by fucking Greg.
No.
One of many.
Like, oh god, no. Another victim.
She would have been named Greg then.
Yeah, she probably changed it.
Fair enough.
Oh, real.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
So what do you guys do?
Okay. Here's an idea.
Anyway.
Because, alright, out of character,
Yep.
I have a feeling this is either very much so a red herring or Penguin is very
Yes.
much so fucking with us.
No, she's in the zone of truth. I already did a insight check. She's definitely telling the truth. She has
So the
no
problem
idea what the
is-
fuck's going on.
Only issue is aberrants are very well known to either replace people or take over their minds, which makes me think that someone replaced her or took over her mind and just doesn't know.
Okay, there's no trace of aberrant
Yeah.
anything on her, so there's no way in hell.
Well, how do we? That wouldn't leave. I guess she's not an area. She wouldn't be consecrated. Like, we can't really know unless we,
Well, okay, so there can't be anything controlling her mind, because to do that, there would have to be like one of those fucking little tadpole things, and it's not a replacement, because the replacement would fucking know what it's doing.
Would it though?
The
Yeah,
sleep
if
raging,
it-
holy shit.
That's
mean-
my only wonder. Now, Penguin, I have a question
I
about
don't
what I
think so.
heard from
Okay.
last
Okay.
session.
Yeah.
Which did it say on the letter if she was going to be at the meeting or the raid today?
No, it doesn't say anything about that. It seems that the letter was only dated like seemingly weeks before the case had even started, before even the council members were even taken.
Remind me what the letter says exactly.
The letter only details that the Normie Squad is tasked to basically sabotage the Northern Guardian Spire and those who operate within it involved in the case of the missing council members when they go missing. It doesn't say that they were directly involved in it, in the kidnapping of the council members, but it says to sabotage,
Okay.
to sabotage the corporation from the inside.
Well, then here's my question to her. Then after
Signed, Nichelle Hope.
rereading the note, did you ever issue an order or command to the Normie Squad, Norman or any of his companions?
Who's the Normie Squad?
the Normie squad.
Insight check.
Norman.
Insight check. The way that she said that, I was like, no.
Alright, insight check.
Dude,
Roll
no
it.
way.
She fucking with me.
I don't trust this bitch as far as I can throw her now.
Plus
And I cannot.
4.
Far.
Natural 20, bitch.
You don't sense deception from her.
Fuck.
What? She doesn't even know who they. Okay. When did you first become aware of the council member's disappearance?
Hold on, out of character, I can look back on when they were missing.
Is she gonna say the day that everyone would have figured it out?
Oh yeah, she would then respond. It was a few weeks ago that I was notified that the council members were missing. And of course, you guys will know that's pretty much the day where more or less everyone's been informed and the like.
Do you know who got together the teams for this project? These detective projects?
No, I do not, for that is not in my department.
Then whose department is that?
Well, normally the council doesn't normally have too much control over the Guardian Spire operation, as it's also meant to also serve as a form of moderation in case any of us do anything that is outside of conduct. So by technicality, the Spire Guardians in a way operate independently.
Well, unfortunately, for your safety, and for our safety, we can't release you until this investigation's over. As much as I believe what you're saying.
But then what about the ceremony?
Well,
If I'm missing now, then
investigation
that's
should
even
be
more
done.
council members who won't be able to turn up to the ceremony itself.
the investigation should be done before the ceremony. If it isn't, then we failed.
What? But then... Well, I'm sorry, but given that I don't think I'm even remotely close to the culprit, I very much doubt your
But there's-
capabilities if you are willing to incarcerate an innocent for a long time.
Well, not a long time. Like, maybe 6 days. And I hope you understand, it's just a necessary precaution to solve the case. Your name is on the documents. It's in your handwriting. I mean, what can I say? The evidence is overwhelmingly against you. I can't just release you. What kind of detective would I be then?
I don't remember writing that letter at all. I'd never written anything like this before. I've never conspired against anyone. Are you sure
doesn't
that?
really matter.
Are you sure I wrote this?
No,
could have been
not at
fabricated.
all right now.
It could have been
I'm not whatsoever
fabricated.
at all right now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but for now, until I can confirm that theory, I can't release you. And also, because if I release you, they're going to try to kill you today. Or probably try to kill you, knowing what I know.
Fine, but just please get this quickly and over and done with.
Yeah,
I don't want to miss
yeah,
the
totally.
ceremony, and I sure as hell
You're
would
not
want
gonna
my
miss this
fellow
ceremony.
council members to return as well. We have much to
Your
prepare for.
your fellow council members are alive. I can tell you that much.
Okay. I have nobody else to believe in, given the situation.
Now, I trust that you're going to be good while you're in custody and not try to break out or anything, so I don't need to keep... So that we don't need to keep guards around you, right?
I will not be doing any actions that would go against the very protection and safety of Navir.
Good. Good boy. Well... Okay. Sounds like a deal then. I'll be back soon. We have to go interrogate one more person. Clerics, if you would.
Yeah, they would nod, and the chief would then say, "Alright, you two, go with them. I'll finish things up here."
Hey, Chief.
Yes?
This is this is the chief that's my uncle, right? Or is this
No,
different chief?
different chief. No, this is the northern chief. Your uncle's the southern chief.
Hey, Chief. Just a question.
Yes.
The southern chief. How would he have access to the documents that she's written?
I will have to double check with him, as I normally wouldn't tamper in the affairs of the other Guardian Spire.
Who exactly hired the Normie Squad?
Well, I was given... Actually, hold on a minute. Let me double check my notes. Just to make sure I'm telling the right thing. Well, actually, they did apply directly to the Northern Guardian Spire themselves, to which I have been the one processing their applications, and in fact, they were highly recommended by one of the council members themselves, which led them to their hiring. Said something about a life-saving performance that they did to save him.
Interesting. If I may ask, what date did they apply?
Double checking. Okay. They had applied a month ago.
A month ago. I'm gonna check the letter. When exactly was the letter dated?
There's no exact date. It just seems to suggest that it was given to them before the case started.
So more or less than a month ago. Less?
You don't exactly know, but it just suggests that this was given to them before the case even started.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this complicates things so much. Why couldn't you have just been the guilty person? It would never be that easy, would it? Well, shit. Okay. I'm gonna go interrogate Norman. Y'all gonna follow me? That's one where we're probably gonna have to actually threaten them. And shit. Probably more like a torture than an interrogation. So
I don't think that's legal.
I don't care. He's the worst person. He's actually the worst. He
Okay.
tried to make me racist.
Yeah, the chief would then say, well,
Are you alright?
the chief would then say, well, do what you must, especially when he's allied with the Aberrants. Don't hold back,
Yeah,
but don't kill him.
Not planning on it. If I would have, I already would have, you know.
As the Aberrants
Okay.
are not to be underestimated, but I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, he almost killed me. Well, yeah, okay.
Well, yes.
Alright.
I will finish things up here. You two, go with them. You two as well. He points to the clerics, gesturing them to follow the others. Guide them to Norman's cell, and have an interrogation room reserved for him. I'll finish things up from here. And they would nod as they would proceed to, leave her in the hands of the chief himself, as y'all head over to get the interrogation scene sorted with Norman. So,
Okay.
alright. It doesn't take too long to set this up, as you see them carry an incarcerated Norman. I just gotta find his token. Oh god, I have to scroll all the way down or up. Ah, there he is. Okay. So, yep. Yep,
By the
you
way,
see him
Penguin.
all beaten up, tied up to the chair. Yep.
Hey, Penguin. The guy in my dream, have I ever seen him before?
No.
Alright.
This is the first time you've seen him.
Damn.
Alright. My friend. Quote unquote. I'm gonna extend this offer to you one last time, Norman. If you just tell us where the friggin' heads of the Guardians by are, I will let you walk right now. And not only that, I mean, your goals would have been forwarded because a human would have solved the investigation. And, you would walk out here with your goals intact, even better, and with a new hero for the human race. What do you say?
Norman will then slowly look up at you, with his face a bit bloodied from the fight you had with him before. And you would say, it's just not that simple. No matter how many human heroes there are, it still would have done nothing for our kind. We're a dying race. And what you're doing is just aiding that process. The Aberrants, Enigma, they offered something greater. A way to truly evolve the humans. To make ourselves not irrelevant anymore.
To make humans not human anymore, essentially.
Better than normal humans evolved.
So you're trying to. So I'm trying to. No. I'm trying to understand your logic here because it's just getting confusing. So you guys decided that hey, this completely fucking alien bullshit of aberrants could totally help humans by making us not human, and therefore doing exactly what you don't want to happen, destroying the race. Yes.
Have you even considered that what the Aberrants are doing could be right? Because...
So what exactly are the aberrant goals?
It sounds like you are simply coping.
Just 1 second, Craig. So what exactly are the aberrant goals? Do you know what their exact goals are?
Their goal is to reform the world as we know it into something better. And evolve society.
Do you know what that something better would be?
A world with peace, no conflict. Any conflict will be set aside. Everyone will be transparent with each other. Everyone who follow their ways will be equals to each other.
And how would they accomplish it?
How would they do that?
Their queen, Minya herself.
Oh, so what, mind control?
If it helps.
What, are we all gonna become a part of a fucking hive mind now?
If it helps with the balance of things, then so be it. Sure, it's not all sunshines and rainbows. But what do we have
How
left?
is that any better? How is being some mind-controlled slave any better than what we have now? Free to be whoever we are.
Yeah?
Now,
Oh.
Norman, can I level with you? I'll level with you right here. That sounds really fucking boring. That sounds like maybe the most boring thing ever. Why would I want a world with only peace? What? I'm a mercenary. Do you think that's what I want? I make money off of war.
Well, have you ever considered that not everyone wants to be a mercenary? That everyone wants to live a peaceful life? Do you even know how hard is it for the human race to even prosper these days?
Not hard.
Sounds like you're coping. Seething, maybe
You want to
even
hire someone who can do that heavy lifting? Get a orc, a Goliath, or even a Fearbolg. You want someone who's good at magic, naturally attuned to the natural forces? Get a fucking elf.
But if you want someone who will pursue your goal vehemently to the best of their ability and be versatile while doing it, what do you get?
Human.
A human.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like it's that noticeable these days. I mean, look around you. How many of you are humans yourselves? Huh?
Me?
I mean,
Other
I
than
wouldn't
you.
exist if my dad wasn't a fucking idiot, so I mean... That's one human being stupid.
Man really said you should have just been born human. Holy shit.
Listen, I wouldn't be here. I know that for a fact. My quote unquote mother, not the actual one, the I guess stepmother, she never wanted to have another child.
And I am better than all
Not
of
be
you.
alive right now.
And I am better than all of you.
And then Norman would
Yeah,
say,
yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. She's just gonna give him a pat on the shoulder or on the arm because he's fucking tall. She can't reach that high.
Remember, we had a deal. Deal was simple. It was an honorable duel. I didn't even use a gun.
I agreed to get captured, not to go by your other deals.
I understand that, but you remember what I said? Listen, I've thought about your plot. It's interesting. Now, it's interesting. It's interesting. Don't get me wrong. But it just ain't worth it. Nothing is worth your free will. Nothing at all. No amount of peace.
We will be promised our own free will. The Aberrants saw our potential as humans to prosper. They, out
will
of every
fail.
others,
You
Out
will
of all
simply
others,
fail.
is
The man who created the aberrations will die by my hand.
Greg, the what? Greg, just hush. Just shh.
No.
Please.
Let us keep talking. It's simple.
This
If
man.
you have free will, they will gravitate towards war, not peace. So, there's no way we can have free will. Now, I've already thought.
Oh yeah, and what
about
evidence do you have to
joining
back up
the-
that the Aberrants are going to make this world worse then?
Because
Have
they
you ever-
killed hundreds of
Have you even
people.
gotten to pick at their minds personally, got to know them? On what they are, what they actually strive
haven't had
for?
a chance considering they've tried to get into my own mind without permission. You know, not great.
And are you sure you're not just bullshitting me?
The man who created the aberrations wants to control me, and I will not be controlled.
The
What do you mean by
Aberrants
the man who created the aberrations? What?
What, you don't know?
Is this your normal
Well-
brand of crazy, or is this a new brand of crazy?
He dares appear in my dreams, tries to
Okay, this
control me.
This is the normal brand of crazy. Never mind.
What the hell is he talking
on.
about?
I don't know. I
Listen,
stopped trying to figure it out a while ago.
Make a good path to the future. They've already covered it in blood. No one will accept them. Their means simply do not justify their ends.
The ends don't justify the means.
Well, no. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, you fucked up the saying there, Bushy. Just a little bit.
Shit.
Okay.
Well, whatever she said. The ends just don't justify the means.
She's just gonna give Bushy a little pat on the shoulder, like, you got this, buddy.
Okay, Bushi, give me a persuasion roll.
Yeah. Okay.
With
I'm
The
advantage.
dog sit next to him and look cute and give him advantage.
Oh, I was about to say
Can I
he has
give it-
advantage
can I-
on his own.
I was gonna say, can I give him advantage
Oh,
through
yeah.
your intimidation factor?
He's not intimidated by you.
Can I try and intimidate him
Yeah,
just 'cause I want to?
I think he has them.
You can try, but it won't work.
Alright, I'm gonna try, fuck you.
What power? Holy fuck. 27.
Damn.
Alright, I'll change the music
I
then.
knew this maneuver would come in handy.
That's a 19 on intimidation.
Okay, well, regardless, he's not fazed by you.
Mm.
It's almost as if he has nothing to fear about you.
You are literally an aberration.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Let me change the
we're
music.
the same. We're the same. You and I.
We're the same, you and I. Oh my god.
For the same you and I.
Oh shit.
How does 27 go? Anyway,
Yeah, I just need to change the music.
Oh, I'm gonna change my music.
Ah,
Man,
shit.
I've
I've
just
got
been,
the repeat.
every time I get in a session, honestly, I've just been listening to the Terraria Calamity OST.
You would see, yeah, Norman looking conflicted in his mind, as expressed on his own facial expressions, as you would see him think this over after his arguments have been seemingly counteracted.
Norman, you see, do you want to know what your squad did after that duel? Where we had honorable terms and an honorable fight?
What?
They all squatted up and attacked me.
Well, they probably weren't expecting me to lose.
Nevertheless, that's cowardly. Are those really the type of people you want to blaze you into this new world?
Yeah, he would actually look down, contemplating his aggressive posture dropping. Have I really been blind this whole time? Was I just...
Yeah.
Ever since my little sister died, and I tried to get a doctor for her, but they assigned her a doctor who wasn't even familiar with human physiology and anatomy. Couldn't save her.
Wouldn't it basically be the same for everything?
Not really. We're just gonna roll with it.
Listen.
And
I know losing loved ones is hard, but this ain't the way to cope with it. Doing this won't bring your sister back.
You're right.
You're not a revolutionist. You are just a terrorist.
Huh.
I suppose I was just blinded by my own emotions after all this time. And then, after all of that happened, I was approached with an offer in hand for something that I thought could change everything for the better. He would then look up towards Bushi. Well, I don't exactly know where the other council members are, but I know who did it. I know who's the one pulling the strings.
And who may that be?
I assume...
Before he says anything,
Yeah, what do you do?
Do we have our
does
cleric?
anyone in this room have protection from evil and good?
Protect from good and evil? I only have detect. I don't have protect from good and evil. Do we have the clerics with us?
Yeah, you have the clerics with you. Are you asking the clerics?
Yeah.
Good and evil, just in case, I guess.
Yeah, the clerics would
Yeah,
nod.
just in case he gets possessed.
They
Good.
nod. They would nod.
Just in case he gets silenced.
Yeah, possessed.
Okay, they will nod. They have confirmed that they do, in fact, have that spell at the ready.
Sorry, capital?
One of the clerics would cast Protection from Good and Evil against aberrants on Norman.
Alright, now tell me who the name of the council member is. The name of the perpetrator.
Melvin Morintha, the councilman representative of Tremor Fire. But of course, that isn't his real name. His real name is Malacodine.
No. Wait, shit. He thinks back on his knowledge of Aberrants. Does that have any significance?
You have...
I have it in my notes somewhere, I swear.
You've only heard... You only have heard of the name a few times before. You recall back to the time where you investigated the laboratory, co-owned by Ernest and Melvin Morinta. And you recall that Sean Margolo had read the mind of the scribe that was tending to the place, and the scribe who was attacked by aberrants and was in some sort of ritual that was interrupted. And it mentioned that, yeah, he heard the name Malacodine mentioned by one of the aberrant servants who you guys killed.
Okay, then I gotta confirm on the Zone of Truth.
They were not. They were cast to the Zone of Truth, and they
Say the name
don't.
again. Who's the
They don't
main...
detect. They don't detect any resistance. Otherwise,
Okay.
they would have told you.
Okay. Who's the council? Who's the person behind this? Say it one more time.
Melvin Morinta, but his real name is Malacodine.
Can we get him to draw a picture of the man?
He's a fucking known
Artist
person.
depiction.
Oh, is he a known person? Are there pictures?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a fucking
Can we get
council
like
member.
a,
He's a
can we
very
get like a
well-known
dossier
person.
Are you-
file on him?
Are you asking them that in character?
Yeah,
Are
I
any
guess.
of
I
you-
don't know what he fucking looks like.
Uh,
Can I ask one of the
ask
like
what-
this is like an investigation place. Can I ask one of like the clerics to go get like a dossier file or something on this man?
all right, you RP it out.
You,
Yes,
do you have anything on this man?
I don't have any I don't have any documents myself, but I can go
And
fetch
go get some.
Okay, then, if that's fine with everyone else, if I leave the room and get it.
I'm just asking
Sure.
one of them. We just need one of them.
Okay.
I'm sorry about him.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard a lot about him, and she would walk out the room to go fetch the files.
With some knowledge of how political things work, because fucking noble background.
Yep.
What do I know about Melvin? Especially since my family's stuff is there, because mine's, and then the mine is in Tremorfire.
You know that he's a representative from Tremorfire, but he doesn't necessarily. But he's not the one in charge of managing Tremorfire. He's just a chosen representative to represent Tremorfire for the Union's Crossing Council.
Yep.
So he's not the one leading anything in particular, but he is known for his vast amount of work as an arcane scholar, and he operates. He at times operates within heavily important research affairs that occur on Tremorfire itself, hence the laboratory and the like that you guys have investigated, and why it's there. And in fact, he was the one who helped helped out with several operations, and
He helped with the investigation, right?
yes, he has given people permission to investigate his laboratory.
Chris,
Why
we
would
gotta go.
he...
Hold on.
Oh yeah, right, the campaign, Dalen's campaign.
Shit. Okay. I guess we can do this another time.
Yo,
I
you
was
can
gonna
ask
ask
your question. You can ask your question.
Okay, why would Melvin, or Malacodine as you say, allow us to investigate him, or his laboratory space, and help us with the investigation? If he was behind all of this.
He probably has traps set up to make sure people don't find anything out. I assume you guys
Where
have...
can we find him? Do you know? Do you know where we could find evidence?
He should be at his estate. And You know, when I had told
Mean he's
Bushi
not
about there was going to be a raid on his estate by the Aberrants? Well, it's a setup by him.
Of course it is. Well, it's a setup so that he gets through it perfectly fine, but the rest of us are fucked, right?
Yeah. And
That's
I
what I
know...
thought.
Yeah. And I know there's a secret entrance in his estate that takes us to the location of, well, how we're going to, well, to the device that will free the queen herself on the day of the ceremony.
We have to destroy it.
Yes, there's a teleporter hidden behind a bookshelf. Well, the entrance to a teleporter hidden behind a bookshelf in his manor.
Do you know where the bookshelf is?
Yes, I've been there myself, and I've seen the device itself, the Fortune Drive, I believe it's called, a modified version of a device made long ago that made the Queen of Aberrants herself, called the Fortune Engine.
Hey, Penguin, can we wrap?
Yeah,
can
you
we
guys are
wrap
free to
this
go.
up? Me
We just-
me and Chris gotta go.
You guys
yeah,
are free to go.
I know-
I'm just asking my own
yeah.
questions.
Go ahead, you guys
I
are free
can
to
relay
go.
this to you guys later.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, teleporters in the manor, behind a bookshelf. Where's this bookshelf?
It should be within the foyer. If I could write, well, if you let my hands free, I can draw out a map where it could be and write down the process to unlocking the entrance.
One hand loose, and I'll get paper. Pretty sure I have paper somewhere in my fucking pack, so I'm just gonna pretend I have paper on me
Yeah,
and
okay.
fucking take it.
Yeah, and the guards look at you, getting your permission to whether or not they're going to, you know, if you're actually
Just
going
one
to allow
hand.
that. Okay, they nod to you,
Just one hand.
and of course they all get the parchment, ink, quill, and they had Norman sketch out the whole place, and yep, the layout is given to you in your inventory. So by the time you head over to the manor, you more or less know. I'll just point out exactly where you need to go to.
Okay.
Yeah. And is there? I just gotta double check my notes. Okay. Is there anything
Is there any
else?
other information that we need? Anything that you know, any traps you know of in the manor? Anything.
Well, I mean, there's most likely going to be a way for the Aberrants to enter, either through other portals or probably through means outside, like, invisibility. I know Aberrants are very cunning in the field of deception. They have ways to go underground, go through the seas, from the skies, land, through invisibility, where it is difficult to pick up on them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Manor, bookshelf, thing to destroy. Everyone's to fight.
Yes, and there is also a powerful mind flayer that will also be taking part in the raid. Unlike any other I've seen before. And from the meeting that I had with Bushi personally during the negotiations, he did tell me about something about being a reincarnate of a lost hero, and John Herder himself, the hero who ended the Aberrant War. I thought that was crazy, but when I passed that information along to the others, they seemed to know something about that. And that mind flare, whatever that thing is, it's not a normal mind flare. They'll probably try to capture Bushi. I don't know what they want with him, but it seems like they have another motive for capturing him. Not just by my own choice anymore, it seems.
Because he's a reincarnate. Shit.
I don't know what the hell is going on with this reincarnation mumbo jumbo. Personally, I don't know anything myself about this, but
Neither do I, and I'm also apparently one of those, so welcome to hell. Okay. Great.
but yeah, be careful about that. They might go and they won't. I sure as hell know that they will no doubt in mind kill all of you guys, but they want Bushi captured alive. And this particular mind flayer is strong. He's capable of siphoning mental energies out of those near him that are considered his enemy, and he gains power from that, which allows him to perform abilities that easily triumph many of the people here.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
But I mean, of course, if you're quick enough, you can try and avoid that fight in itself and head over to the portal. But even then, it already has a means of tracking people down.
Of course it does.
It's connected, in a sense, like a hive mind to other aberrants who are scouting out the place. It will know where everyone is. So you probably might end up having to fight it anyway.
Thank you for everything that you've given us.
You should thank your human friend there. After all, if it were just you telling me this, I wouldn't believe you.
Oh no, I know that completely. She's just gonna give him a pat on the shoulder, just like, he figured out basically everything at this point. I am always going to put all of the congratulations on a note to him, because I don't want to deal with anything of bullshit. Have fun with the hero worship bullshit. I'm gonna stay away from that.
Well,
that's Bushy, but he's not here, so we're just gonna...
Yeah. Well, if there's any other question you have in mind, shoot away. I have no reason to keep any secrets.
Can't think of anything else.
Yeah. The guards would nod and... Oh, right, I forgot that. Oh, yep. Oh my god.
What?
Greg did ask for the cleric to get the information on the guy. And
yes!
She brought...
Just send me a Google Doc.
The cleric brings back, well, whatever in public information there is on the current council member himself, Melvin Marinta.
Send me a fucking Google Doc, because I do not want to have to take notes right now.
Oh, I don't have a Google Doc. It's more or less just... It's not too much information anyway, but... You do know his appearance.
What does this stupid fucker look like?
This guy.
Oh, he looks like a little bitch.
Yep, and that is the guy who Gore
that
Magala saw
fucker?
in his dream just recently.
Fuck! Oh! Yo! Okay, cool. So he didn't create the aberrants, he's just using them. Cool, great.
Yeah.
Well, he did.
And yeah, Norman would then see the file on the guy himself, and yep, and he would nod, and he would say, yeah, that's the guy who brought us, the Normie Squad, into his reign. He's the one tasked to try and bring back the Queen of Aberrants herself.
What do you mean, tasked? Did someone else give him the task?
He was one of the survivors, the surviving veterans from the Aberrant War that served Enigma, carrying a small portion of their former power. And ever since the war had ended 30 years ago, he's been trying to gather resources and the means to bring her back. Hence the fortune drive, as that is the device that once created the Queen of Aberrance herself, but now it is designed to breach the veil that seals her into the far realms, preventing her from crossing into the prime material plane at her full power. And know that if this succeeds, if that fortune drive successfully breaches the veil in full operation, and if she crosses the realm,
We're all fucked.
yeah,
Great. Well,
nobody would be able to stand up to her in her full power. The only person who was able to do that was John Herder himself, or so I've heard. But even then, he was only able to stand up to her because he was able to absorb so many aberrant souls without going into madness. I don't know how the hell someone like that can pull it off, but I'm guessing it probably has something to do with that reincarnation business that I don't know much about.
Queen is gonna casually look at Greg. He's like, would that work if the person who's absorbing souls is already kind of batshit?
I don't know much about soul weavers, to be honest, but I know that I've only heard that.
That was a rhetorical question. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
That was me thinking aloud.
Oh, that was you.
Apologize
Okay,
for that.
sorry. I misinterpreted that. All good.
That was in character thinking aloud.
Okay. Yeah, it's your anime inner monologue.
Yeah. But it is having an anime moment. Anyways.
Yeah. And Norm would say, well, be careful when going against him. He's a powerful sorcerer, an aberrant mind sorcerer.
Cute.
He was given the blessing by the Queen herself, making him a powerful
Cute.
veteran of the Order Enigma. And
Very cute. Right.
yes. So don't underestimate him. He'd probably be the strongest out of all the remnants of Enigma, at least the remnants that I know of.
There are other members of Enigma still around, yes?
I imagine so. I would
Do
imagine
you know
that
any others?
Not to my
Finding?
knowledge. Not to
Oh.
my knowledge. I'm only a recent member, so I'm not informed on everything.
That's fine. That was a long shot of question, anyways.
I mean, there's probably others out there who aren't even participating and trying to find their own ways to bring back the Queen herself.
Mm-hmm.
But on this scale, well, I can definitely say that the man himself, Malco Dine, he planned all of this carefully. And we're already nearing the stage that his plan will be coming to fruition, assuming everything will be successful, but given all the information I've given you guys, I assume you guys will make sure that doesn't happen.
Of course. We're gonna kick ass.
Yeah, he would nod. And he would say... he would then say, well, just make sure whether you have beaten him or before you go and fight him to destroy the fortune drive itself. Because even if you kill this man, the fortune engine itself is designed to go off on the day of the ceremony.
Question to DM: how long till the ceremony?
5
When's the
days
cer-
in character.
Okay, cool. We have some time.
Yeah.
A little bit. We know where we're going.
Yep.
We know what we need to do now. We have 5 days to do it. Not bad. If we had like 1 day to do it, I'd be crying. But we have 5 days.
Yeah,
Okay, we're
well,
good.
thanks to Bushi's efforts, you guys might be
Yeah,
able to solve this before.
said run the goddamn-
Yeah, you might be able to solve this with a few days to spare.
Hell yeah. And
The council members are still alive, right?
Yeah, the council
Sorry,
members
you
are
know?
still alive. That, to my knowledge, Councilmember Alva Sane is still alive. In fact, I'm pretty sure that she's actually in the manor herself, his own estate, last time I checked. I don't know about Ernest, though. He'd probably be over where the fortune engine is, or sorry, the fortune drive is. Since he was the one being used to research into it by Melvin himself.
Question to DM, what's the name of the fucking water ganassi lady that was brought in? She's a fucking
Nichelle
council member.
Hope, the leader of the
Yeah.
council.
I'm gonna... I don't know if she has the note. Yeah. The name that was put on that note that was found on you, Nichelle. I'm guessing that he wrote whatever letter that was and put it in the fellow council member's name.
Ah, yeah. No, she's innocent.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
He would, look to anyone in the room. Would any of you mind casting Dispel Magic on that note? And the cleric would just look towards Cordelia for permission.
Spell magic for what?
Norman would say, "You'll find out."
I can do that, I guess. I think I have to spell magic. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'll cast it.
You cast it on the note?
On the note?
Yep, because that's what Norman is suggesting. Yep. You cast it on the note. As you'd see, an illusion spell dispelled from the note. As you'd see, the handwriting is completely different, and the note is signed by Malico Dine.
I'm...
That note had
Oh,
this.
okay.
That note had the illusion spell Illusory Script casted on it to make it look different.
We're just gonna stare at the ceiling for a minute. Just this dead, tired expression. Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with everything nowadays. Aberrants are quite the illusionary tricksters.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, now that we've got all that...
Yeah. So,
get ready for this fight.
probably... I assume that Nichelle herself was probably framed and arrested.
Yep, she is currently in another interrogation room.
I see. Well, I believe that she deserves to be released. She has no part in this.
Or at least put into some sort of protective custody. We're not sure if she might end up being targeted eventually. Just in case.
Well, I know eventually she will be targeted once the other council members are out of the picture.
Definitely protective custody, then.
Yeah.
There's a witness protection program in this fucking universe, right?
Yeah, there is. They have their own witness protection, yeah.
Alright. That is all I have, and that's all I wanted to ask.
Alright, in that case, we all head off, and that's the end of the session.
Hooray!
So, how did you feel about everything that just happened?
We learned a lot. We learned everything, essentially.
Well, most of everything.
Yeah, we learned who the fuck we're dealing with, what the fuck we need to do, why the fuck things are happening, what's going on, and I'm excited to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably buy the fantasy equivalent of explosives to fucking blow this shit up later. Cordelia's gonna go to that fucking forge tower and say, hey, you guys blow things up, right? Like you have things you don't have like things that'll
if you just tell the others in the spire, they can easily just pay for it for you, so you don't have to actually go to the Forge Spire yourself personally, because they could just sponsor you with the equipment. Because remember, Bushi did that with the teleportation crystal. Yeah. But yeah, to be honest, I thought you guys would end up forgetting to interrogate Norman.
I thought he was dead, because I just knew that Bushi fought him, so I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he knocked his ass out.
Why the fuck are there fireworks going off? What the fuck? It's not even a holiday, what the Welcome to America. Anyways. But then again, it could have been a gunshot, I'm not sure.
Oh god.
Again, welcome to America.
Yeah. But yeah, and I could definitely say, well, you guys managed to finally crack that information out of Norman, because initially you guys were approaching a bit of a wrong way to to try and get information out of him, because he goes off based off that emotional activist sort of character.
I noticed that. I was trying to kind of dig into his ideals.
You were going about it the right way. You were going about that the right way, about dispelling his arguments on why joining the Aberrants is wrong. You were on the right track.
I was thinking this as
But the thing is, Bushi needed to be the one to say that, because only he would listen to Bushi.
Yeah, because I'm not fucking human.
Yep.
But I was taking that as a idea of fucking just. I listen to fun podcasts of things, and one of them is about like cult things, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of deprogramming things that happen, and it's really hard to go get to help them logic out their ideals, and most of the time it's not through logic.
Yeah, exactly. Because
so I was just like,
Chris was mainly going about it like he was just a paid mercenary who was willing to go to anyone who was the highest bidder.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know his backstory, but then as soon as he mentioned something about his sister, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Everything,
he was a farmer, and his sister fell ill, and his sister could not be treated by the doctor he was assigned with, because that guy barely
didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, he was only able to treat other more commonly known fantasy races other than humans, like orcs and the like. So that's why he fucked up, and then she did. And that's what drove him to join the Aberrants when the hand was offered to him by Melvin. Or Malako.
He was like, you're a dumb motherfucker, you know that, right?
Yeah, and because now Bushi has more or less reciprocated what you're trying to get to him, that's what gave him the persuasion check, and that's what allowed him to break out all the secrets he knows.
Thank God. Thank God. I wonder if Bushi would have Bushi probably would have also done the same kind of
eventually he probably would have figured it out. Otherwise you guys would have more or less been stuck and having to go to the estate unprepared, more or less.
Yeah, but now we know what we're doing.
You now have you now have more intel that you can spread out to the spire, hopefully, and then people can be more prepared and less people would die.
It's a fucking trap. Don't try to save the council member. Let that motherfucker die, even though he's not going to, because it's all his fucking fault.
Yeah, and I mean, he's the one leading his own raid on his own estate.
Yep, he's making a setup to fuck all of us up.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop into another voice chat so I can finish up making this character.
Anyway,
Not finish up,
things up here.
Probably won't finish until like the end of the weekend, probably. Anyways, this has been fun.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
Alright. Hope you all enjoyed the stream today. Things took a turn that I did not expect to happen, but it happened. And well, looks like they might be heading towards the direction of the good ending after all. All the gamblers who are betting on their failure sweating in the background. But yeah, hope you all enjoy, and farewell for now.